So as most of you know by now, The First Descendant is an upcoming free-to-play third-person looter shooter set to release on July 2nd, which is just over 1 week away. So in today's video, I want to take a few moments and go over some of the most important details you need to know before you jump into this game. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well. And we are having a giveaway for an Xbox Series S, but I will save those details until the end of the video. Let's jump right into the information. So the first thing we're going to talk about are a few basic details about the game. The first of which being is that this has cross-play and cross-progression, and it will be available on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. Now, it's also important to mention that Nexon is really known for PC and mobile games, and they're somewhat new to console development. Now, I intend to play an Xbox Series X primarily, so upon launch we will see what happens. Hopefully it will be smooth, but keep in mind as I say that, I fully expect there to be some issues upon launch, whether it's the servers being completely overloaded or different bugs we're going to encounter. I can also promise you that whatever happens, my fellow Descendants, I will be there with you, and I will keep you posted on any workarounds the game passes along. Another question many of you send the channel is, can you play this as a solo player? The answer is yes. You will be able to complete all of the main story missions as a solo player. However, when you're in the open world, you will always run into other Descendants when you're hitting up certain open world activities, but anything you need to actually enter into, you should be able to do as a solo player. And as I've previously mentioned, once this game goes live, I will be bringing you videos in regard to farming, different build videos, whether you are running solo or in a group. That now takes us to the topic of PvE and PvP. Now, for the record, this game is PvE only, and as of my recording this video, there is no plans whatsoever for PvP, and I think the main reason the game is doing that is to try to ensure a smooth launch, because in my opinion, and please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, but I would much rather see them focus on one aspect of the game and get it right, as quickly as possible, instead of spreading themselves too thin and getting both aspects of a game wrong. We do not want to see that. We've seen that in countless games before. And I know many of you out there are hoping they do give us PvP, but in my opinion, that is something we are not going to hear about for a very long time. Next, my fellow Descendants, we are going to talk about open world mob density, as that was a concern for many players out there, because up until the final technical test, when you were in the open world running around, it was pretty much a ghost town. And I'm not talking about running into other players, I'm talking about things to actually do in the open world. You would rarely encounter anything whatsoever, but thankfully we have seen a major improvement in the amount of enemies you're going to encounter in the open world, plus the different activities you're going to come across as well. Now, in a video I posted yesterday, I did go over some details in regard to the endgame activities we are going to see, and if you missed that, I will leave a link to it in the video description down below. Last but not least, today we're going to talk about build diversity and gameplay mechanics. Now, when it comes to build diversity, as most of you know from previous videos, there's going to be no shortage of ways to play this game. It does not matter if you are a run and gun player or if you like to play at a longer range. You will be able to completely and totally customize your build based around your game style. It does not matter if you want to run DPS, you want to do some sort of a support build, a skill build. I mean, there are going to be over 600 mods upon launch. So whether you're looking for extra weapon damage, skill damage, defensive skills, it doesn't matter. If you want to create a crazy hybrid build kind of encompassing everything, you will be able to do that as well. And in my opinion, that can have a huge impact on a game's replayability. Finally, today we're going to talk about just the overall feel of gameplay. Now, for those of you out there who have been playing these betas since day one, you have seen the drastic improvements in regard to the overall feel of the gameplay. It is so much smoother than it was initially, and that is based on player feedback, which in my opinion is a very important detail. Now, I know a lot of people out there are skeptical of Nexon because of the microtransactions, but as I said previously, I'm just going to wait and see what happens, my fellow Descendants. Remember, once again, this game is free to play. We will all be able to jump in on July 2nd. Hope this video helped you out, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. With all that being said, I'm going to start to wrap this up. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we do have giveaways here. You can see our current one is for an Xbox Series S. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced July 4th of this year. On that note, I want to take a moment as always and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. I sincerely appreciate the privilege of your time, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.